get into some of these player awards. So we can start with Golden Boot.
Mm-hmm.
If one of you want to start, who you picked?
I'm going Harry Kane.
Really?
I'm going Harry Kane.
Yeah,
I didn't think that would be a big surprise, but it sounds like a big surprise to you.
No, I thought we were going with the bias theme here.
No. Are you going Nunes? Are you going Nunes? No shot. I'm going Harry Kane. I just feel like better players around him. He didn't score early on last season, but still scored a few afterwards.
Yeah, he's definitely
Harry Kane.
Simon.
Yep.
Who have you got for Golden Boot?
So I tossed up between three players. One of them is very much an outside shout.
Lingard.
No.
Martial.
Martial.
No, it's not Martial either. My three players that I tossed up between for Golden Boot were Harry Kane, Mohamed Salah, and Gabriel Jesus.
Oh,
Jesus!
That is an outsider. Yeah. That is an outsider.
So, I think that, he's very much a good chance now walking into an Arsenal team where he's going to start every single week. He's someone that, is otherwise known as the fox in the box, and Arsenal are going to play to his strengths. He's going to be most likely the main man there, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
8 goals and 8 assists last season off the bench, playing half his minutes at right wing and half his minutes at striker. I think, personally for me, I could see him exploding this season. I hope he doesn't. I hope he scores even less, to be honest, perfectly.
Bit of consistency for him, right? A bit of consistency, which would be good.
Well, I feel like, for me, he could just go mental. Whereas then you've got Harry Kane, who, look, he's basically...
If anyone says Holland for Golden Boot, they're deluded.
In the last 5 seasons, he's been in at least 3 times.
Yeah.
He's got the most goals in a calendar year in 39, and then Mohamed Salah, obviously, most goals in a season, 32. So it's really a tough one. If I have to pick with my head, I'm probably going to say Salah gets it. I just think that Salah has literally been in the top 5 goal scorers literally every season since he came into the Prem.
Yeah, well, he's the last 5 seasons, the lowest league goals he's ever got is 19.
Yeah, and so I also think on top of that,
and it wasn't even last year, which was probably his worst year according to critics.
Yeah, well, so no AFCON, every other
no World Cup, yeah.
So they're gonna be slightly more burnt out. He's now literally reliant on as the main man. Everything's going to go through him now, most likely, as Mane's left. I think everything's set up for him to just catch fire and go mental and probably even break that 32-goal thing.
Yeah, I honestly think Salah gets 25 plus. Because there's no international football for, there's probably, friendlies later in the year, but he's not going to the World Cup. So he's going to be fully rested when the Prem starts back up, which is going to be interesting for the World Cup because it's going to be a break, right? So I feel like a lot of players are going to come back, not injured, but they're not going to be able to play first week back. So with Harry Kane, you'd think England are going to go relatively far in the World Cup, which might end up seeing him miss a week or two, which would be crucial in the Golden Boot. So I had Salah because he scored.
Kane just gets injured these days.
Yeah, he scored pretty much 20 plus goals every season, and there's only a couple other players in the Prem that you could, Harry Kane, and I think Jesus gets 15 to 20. So I was tossing up between Harry Kane and Salah, but I think the fact that Salah doesn't have to worry about the World Cup and the fact that Mane is gone, he's going to be on every penalty. He's going to be the
But he was on every penalty anyway.
Yeah.
And I argue that with Mane gone, it's going to be a little bit harder.
Yeah, well, there's just naturally there'll be more chances coming towards him than there was before, because Diaz is more of someone that's creating for others, because he's not the best finisher in front of goal. So I think the Diaz and Nunez connection would be quite interesting.
I think they more play towards Salah now, whereas I think Son is almost starting to come into his own. I mean, Son outscored Kane last year.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm not even having him in the question is kind of like absolute. He's just the most underrated player in Premier League.
Yeah, definitely.
Years, if you ask me.
I thought he should have got Player of the Season last year.
I tend to kind of probably agree with that.
He scored 22 goals, no penalties. It's crazy.
23.
Yeah, I think 22 or 23 goals. It's crazy. But yeah, I had Salah, but I think he's guaranteed for 25 in the league.
Which is nuts, by the way, if you can guarantee 25 goals. Like, yeah, pens aside, it's still crazy.
Yeah, he'll definitely have at least like 25% of them being penalties. With the Liverpool, as they say.
Top assister?